May 3rd, 2026. What version of me am I grieving, and why is it so hard to let her go? So I don't think that it's hard. Well, yeah. The version of me that I'm grieving is, well, let me preface it by saying this. I don't drink alcohol anymore, and I'm not a smoker. And that has changed social life for me. My social life was already changing, but with that added piece, it definitely changed it a lot more. And I am grieving that part of me that was engaging socially and the things that came along with the social interactions that I had with people. I feel like when I was a drinker, or that phase in my life where I had way more friends, and I use that in air quotes because looking back, I think that I was fitting myself into spaces that really didn't 100% align with the woman that I was or trying to be, for the sake of like maintaining friendships. But then once like those spaces became like very difficult to navigate because I was forced to remove myself, of course, like, it made me upset. Like, it's like, dang, and so now I'm in a space, it's like, where is my real tribe? Like, who is my real tribe, and I just like, a lot of things have changed, and I do feel lonely at times. I do still have best friends, and they know who I am. They're just not around because we live in two different states, and I know that when we link up, and they've seen me in different phases of my life, but currently where I'm at, I don't feel, and I'm not going to say I don't have, I'm going to say I don't feel like I have people around me that I could truly say that are my tribe. And so it is a little bit lonely, and it started to put me in a lot of like isolated situations. A lot of my weekends is just me spending time with myself. I do have, some friends and associates that are here, but I do know that like a part of socializing comes with, alcohol and the things. And sometimes like I don't always 100% feel comfortable or whatever. But y'all, I'm gonna give y'all a circumstance. Even in dating, okay, let me tell y'all what happened. This guy literally was interested in me. He stopped me, and he was just like, "Oh, you look beautiful, da 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 da," all the things. And then he was like, I'm gonna invite you out. Like, I know you're shopping or whatever, but I want to invite you out to a drink. Come meet up and have a drink with me. And I said to him, oh, I don't drink any alcohol. And he was just like, damn, how do you do that? And I'm just like, well, I wasn't really a drinker like that anyway, the past couple of years. And then from there, the conversation pretty much ended. He could have invited me out just to get like a little appetizer or something. But because I didn't drink alcohol, he didn't even know where else to go with that conversation. So that was that, and he walked out. So it's kind of like, dang, like, what the fuck? So nobody wants to hang out with me because I don't drink or smoke? Like, I'm confused. So it's just things like that. And I'm a good time. However, I do know that, like, where the space I am in my life, I'm not a clubber like that anymore. It'd probably be like a handful of times out of the year that I will go to a club or whatever. I prefer like something more chill where it's not sections required, standing on couches, shaking ass over, my plate. Like, and it's cool. Like, I'll watch it from a distance, but I'm not like in the business of partaking in that type of energy anymore. And I prefer just something more chill. I like live music and things like that. And so I would say that part of my life, it was fun. Like, it was a lot of fun. I have a lot of stories, but I do miss the social aspect, and I'm definitely grieving how many friends I had, and being invited to stuff and doing things and whatnot, and how that's like really, really, really slowed down. And it's different. It's definitely different. But I would say that maybe this is the phase of my life where it's time to create memories elsewhere with different type of people. It's just like, I guess, a matter of time. And I do think that it is time for me to maybe change environment for sure. Environment has a lot to do with, I think, past parts of me that no longer exist. And where I live in Texas is definitely party town. And people I've known, they still in that space, and it's cool. It's just that I just want to do something different, but I do miss the social aspect of it. And it's a little hard to let it go. There was like a small smidge moment where I felt like maybe I should drink every now and then, just for the sake of, like, the social aspect. But then I'm just like, nah, I don't want to go backwards. Like, for what? Let me stay true to myself and stick to this version of me that I've worked so hard to get to. And there's growth in it. And I have grown. So whoever loves it, this version of me, that's who I need to be around. Whoever has a problem with this version of me, then fuck them. Like, that's just what it is. But nonetheless, like, we're on this journey. What parts of yourself are you grieving that you kind of, like, damn, I miss her? And that's it for this entry. Talk to you later. Bye.